And I did ask myself, what is going on in this establishment? Because let's have a great video and make sure that we stay focused, we stay on track with the thought process to guide the being behind the lens to help us understand how to lead themselves in a Masonic illusion that forces us to lead ourselves with beings that can't lead themselves. In this establishment, they had me doing coaching requirements I never asked to do. And I didn't have to ask about being a leader or coaching the future of leadership. That's the thing that I had to start existing with, because when I understand just 2 weeks, I mean, it's already 2 weeks now, but just in 2 weeks, I've been put into a position of leadership that I didn't really ask to be in. And because I didn't ask, that's why I was put into that position. Because the people who are older than me, they seem as if they make it seem as if they know what leadership looks like through me. Because no matter what I do, the focus will always reside or be required for me to focus on unconsciously. I can sit here and do my own thing, and people who aren't doing their own thing are focused on me doing my own thing. And it amazes me. Every day it amazes me. And even just at summer camp, now, I mean, just yesterday, so it was Tyler was from the after school program from August till the summer camp. Christian was there, he's also one of the characters from after school. Malachi was there. Malachi is also one of the characters from summer or after school. A boy named Aiden, he had glasses. Aiden's pretty good at basketball, I ain't gonna lie. He was missing a lot of layups, but he's pretty fundamental. And then a 10-year-old named Eric. And Eric is like the little brother of the group. And it's just crazy how when I thought that there was gonna be structure for the schedule that they put me within, I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm about to, for one, I thought I was gonna be counseling the kids for camp. Not understanding that I was going to be put into a coaching position for kids that want to play basketball because I'm coaching AAU. And the thing is, I don't have a problem with that because, like, let's get to the bag. But the thing is, if you're going to tell me about a certain schedule, then you have to show me what that schedule looks like every single day. Because if I'm not on the schedule, there's no point of coming to work, because what am I working on if I'm not on the schedule? But now the fact that I understand what the requirements for the scheduling is that I haven't even seen before, I'm going to expect myself to show up every single day for myself. Because even if I wasn't on the schedule that I still don't see today, because it's 5:40 a.m. right now, but I don't see the schedule for myself today anyways. But for me being the man that I want to be, a betterment for myself, I gotta understand no matter what, I had to show up constantly on a schedule that I'm working towards for my future entrepreneurship that I'm working on right now for today. I can't sit here and lay down, be asleep, be in bed, just resting, thinking about what I should be doing for today. No, I have to constantly get my rest, take time to be mindful, focus on what happened, and then learn and grow from what happened within the actions and the choices that I've made throughout the days of my weekend. And it's just a certain battle that people are going through behind closed doors that they want me to lead themselves in. Even yesterday, when I got into the teen center, and the thing is, when I go in at 10 o'clock or whatever, 10 a.m., I go into the teen center, and then with this particular group, I'd rather be with that group because these are the 9 through 12-year-olds. Because the babies and stuff, they be upstairs and all that. I don't got time for that. No, I dealt with that with after school from August till this time period. I'm okay. But that 9 to 12, there's 39 kids in there, 30-some kids in there. But yesterday it was 39 kids in there. And if you walk in, you see all the computers, all the PCs on the side right here. And then to your right side, so you walk in, boom, straight ahead, you see all PCs on that corner of the wall. You turn to your right, you got 1, 2, 3 TVs. You got 2 Nintendo Switches, and then you have an Xbox One. So on that wall, you got just a ton of kids playing Brawlhalla, Super Smash Bros, and then Injustice. And then over here, you got kids playing Roblox. And in the middle, you got tables. and there's 3 rows of tables, and there's a lot of kids who are playing with the tablets, they're playing on Roblox, they're talking and all that cool. So the thing that I do is when I come in, I usually acknowledge basically everyone in that establishment. Now, if I don't know some new kids, I will sit there and say, hey, what's your name? Nice to meet you. My name's Mr. Darius, etc. The one thing that really agitated me yesterday, because I was being mindful. Mind you, this is not my group. I strictly was told I'm going to be coaching basketball. I said, got it. So the 2 kids that I was expected to be coaching was Eric and a boy named Christian Curry. Now, the thing is, these counselors that are older than me, these directors or whatever, they have put me with a group of other kids that want to be basketball players, and I'm fine with that. But what I realized was Eric was the only one there yesterday, and then now we got a new addition to the group, which was Tyler and Christian from yesterday or the day before that. So now they're also included into my group for today. And the thing that got me was this, excuse all that, but I'm just watching the kids playing Super Smash Bros. And all that. And so it was time for them to go around 10:47, 10:50 something. So I'm just sitting there chilling, just watching and making sure everybody getting their turn, passing the sticks up, passing the controller up when they lose or whatever. I'm supporting them like, hey, there's some boy named Kudus. This man Kudus, I want to say he's like Ethiopian. He's just a part of descent that looks Ethiopian or whatever the case may be, or Somalian, whatever. But he was going crazy. He had this character named Little Mac who has the green gloves or whatever, and he was piecing up people, I ain't gonna lie. So it was entertaining to watch. And then I'm just sitting there chilling. I hear my name from like a counselor who's younger than me, and he was calling my name, but it was like a silent like, hey, yo, Darius. I was just like, hey, yo, Darius. I said, yo. He was like, so I'm like, yo, speak up, my nigga, like, what's good? What's going on? And he was like, can you say it for me? I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And he was like, can you say it for me with the kids? And I was just like, what do you mean? So the thing is, and instantly my mind already understood what he was talking about. We have a slogan that gets the kids quiet. I'm not going to say the chant because then I'll be, yeah. But we have a slogan or a saying that gets the kids in tune. They pay attention. Then if we say, hey, go ahead and clean up, get your stuff, that's, so we say, hey, it's the slogan, and they'll be like, then they'll repeat it. And if people are still talking, we say that slogan again, then they'll repeat it. Okay, now we got your attention, clean the stuff up, etc. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, what you mean? He was like, can you go ahead and say the slogan, bro? And I was just like, why can't you say it? And it just didn't sound like he wanted to say it. And then we have a new counselor. I feel like she's young too, probably her early 20s, maybe. I don't know what age she is. I don't really even care, but I just know that we have now, summer positionings or whatever. So you got high schoolers, you got college kids or whatever who want to work in this field, but they don't really want to help the kids. All they're doing this for is just money to maintain their summer illusions, basically. So she ain't even want to say it. He ain't want to say it. So now I got to say it because I'm the oldest one. So I'm like, all right, bro. So I say the slogan, they listening. And I say it again, they listen again. I tell them to go clean up, let's get ready to go outside and all that. And that just had me agitated because I'm just like, my nigga, this is your group. I'm only here because of basketball. And you sitting here telling me you don't want to say it because you don't got bass in your voice? Because you're not confident in yourself, or you're not confident as a man to have 39-something kids respect your voice that needs to be heard? That's pitiful to me. It's pitiful. It's pitiful, man. Because why do I got to do it? That's how I see myself. Why do I got to do this shit? We go outside. And then we go outside. The craziest thing that happened to me, as we're in line, the other counselor who's initially supposed to be in that group, he gets in early, by the way. He clocks in early. He don't want to lead the line. So I'm sitting here pushing all the chairs in, and he's purposely pushing all the other chairs in the back to stay in the back because he doesn't want to lead the front. I'm just like, dude, I don't even know where we're going. I told him, because they always tell me, hey, are you doing basketball today? Yeah, I don't know what y'all got going on in y'all group, because remember, I've only been told to come here because the kids in my group are basketball players, so I'm basically just watching them. I'm not watching the whole entire group, but I connect with them because they ask me just certain questions. They give me hugs. They just cherish my presence. So now it's like I'm obligated to counsel all of them. I'm just like, but nigga, I was told to coach 2 kids. And now I'm coaching 5 kids, but now I'm counseling 39 something kids all together? In 2 weeks? Come on, man. So now I'm looking, I'm like, oh, who gonna lead? You got it. Oh my God, bro. Like, why can't I be in the back of the line sometimes? Why can't I just chill in the back of the line and just let y'all do the work? Why? Why, man? And it's just like, and I understand that, like, my ego knows why, but I love to play delusional because I'm just thinking to myself, my nigga, why can't people just step up and be better for themselves? Like, no matter what, I'm gonna take care of me. But why is it that I gotta take care of other people as well who can't take care of themselves? I'm not your big brother. I'm not your father. And it's kind of crazy to me that in these 2 weeks, I don't have people treat me like their father. I don't have somebody compare me to a better version of their dad. And they don't even like their dad for real. Asking me, are you my daddy? What the fuck is going on with you? Crazy. We go outside and we're going by this park, this small park or whatever. The sun is out, we're all in nature or whatever. And then I look, for one, we had a homeless person. There was a homeless person in this pavilion that's next to this park or whatever. And they were like, a lot of girls that were in front, because the girls got to go in the front and the boys are in the back. There's way more boys that outnumber the girls, but they were looking and they were getting next to me, like right by my shoulder, and they were just like, Mr. Darius, there's a homeless person over there. I was like, hey, he ain't bothering you. Go ahead and go play. I got you. I'm right here. So I'm watching the counselor playing football with the boys, and then the girl counselor, she on her phone in the shade by the tables or whatever the case may be. I ain't gonna lie, I was in the shade too by the tables, but I was sitting down and monitoring both sides. The boy Caduce, because Caduce played too much. He's 10 years old, by the way. I ain't gonna lie, he's funny. He's a spoiled child, basically. And it was one thing he said recently, like 2 days ago. Somebody was like, stop acting like a baby or whatever. And he said, I'm not a baby. Like, he's like, I'm not baby. I'm not baby. And I was like, Caduce, why are you talking like that? And he's just a purified energy, and I enjoy it. I really enjoy his energy. He's funny unintentionally. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing, but it's funny because he knows what he's doing, but he just enjoys being unconscious. But he was playing, for example, there's this girl who's in the after school program. This was months ago before she had ended up leaving. But her 2 sisters, which was Melina and Brixton, they're not here, but their older sister is in the summer camp. And so she kept trying to take my phone the other day. She kept asking me for snacks. She kept sitting next to me because I seen her yesterday, and that was her first time when I seen her. And she was just happy to see me or whatever. So, you know, I appreciate her. She's like my little sister. But she kept bothering me saying, you know, you got any snacks for me, any food? I was like, no, Yana, I don't got no food. I don't got no snacks for you. Go play. And she just be like smiling saying, I don't want to go play. I just want to bother you. I just be like, stop bothering me and go somewhere else. And then there's a new boy, a new kid or whatever. It sounds like he's an Atlanta clone. Like, this nigga was bothering me, asking me what time it was, what time he gonna leave. And he was just saying different lingo that Atlanta people would say. And I'm just like, you basically talking like Little Baby, or you talking like YFN Lucci. You just talking like Rich Homie Quan. You talking like Young. I don't know, it's just weird. It was that whole dynamic was weird. So I'm in the pavilion. All of a sudden, when Yana came over there to take my phone, she was asking me, what are you doing? I was like, I am uploading a video for CapCut on YouTube. And she was like, oh, is that CapCut? And I was just like, yeah. And she was like, what's your YouTube channel? And there was a boy named James sitting in front of me because he was playing football, but he was resting. And all of a sudden, the other girls who hang out with Yana, they were coming over to my table. And me and Yana were talking about the YouTube. I showed her my YouTube name, whatever. Next thing I know, this man Caduce is, because remember, I'm so tall, it's like I could be talking to somebody and there's a little kid running around my legs or whatever. I'm just like, what are you doing? So Caduce is running around my stomach and I'm talking, but I hear somebody talking to me this way and then this way. And then I see Caduce just, he's running in front of me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, and then what's crazy, China. So we have a girl named China. If you see this video in the future, forgive me for what happened. I'm sitting here because I don't know who's behind me, by the way. And the thing is, too, I'm trying to make sure that I don't hit Caduce because he's so little. He's not little. I feel like he's 5'6", 5'5". But he's just being childish or whatever. It's in his nature, so he got it. It's in his nature. Slow down. Passionate, right? But when he's doing that, I ended up elbowing China in the nose. That shit hurt my solar awareness so bad. Because I'm talking to Yana, I'm talking to a boy named James, and then I got the girls over here talking to me. I'm trying to hear their conversation and make sure I hear everybody else, overstimulating. And then I got a kid running around my body because he was messing with the girls or whatever. They telling me about this stuff. Also, the boy who's talking like he's from Atlanta, I gave him time for bothering or harassing the girls. So he talking to me too. Next thing I know, I'm like, Kadu, boom! I said, oh my God. Elbow her. And my elbows are sharp. So China's sitting here like, and she a warrior, I ain't gonna lie. She's a warrior. She's tall too. And the thing is, her demeanor is like, she's a leader, by the way. Her presence is felt in the room. But she's very quiet into herself. But she has great energy. But the thing is, though, me and her connected spiritually by talking about Jesus Christ. So when that conversation happened about consciousness, I got damn near all their attention at that point. We were outside at lunch like 2 days ago talking about it too. It got so bad. The conversation was basically great, but it got so bad to where a counselor who's older, his name is, I'm just going to say it's an E, start with an E. And he has a mustache like those old Western cultures, like those cowboys in like the 18, 17, 16, 1500s. Big ass, like the beard. All you guys a mustache right here. And then it's just like the ends of the mustache are like this. Like his like no exaggeration. His mustache is literally like out here. He has no beard. So he was like, you see, that topic about Jesus Christ, it's just all going to be a debate that never ends and it never goes anywhere. And I just feel like it's just not really that important to talk about. And we looking like, nigga, you just mad because we don't want to involve you to the conversation. The conversation was so good because, for one, when they ask me questions, I give them my honest truth. The conversation was so great, the other counselors wanted to step in and just listen. The other kids, they were at the other table and they were eavesdropping in our conversation. So it was like me and the girls who were talking, and then of course the boys got to be next to the girls or whatever because they want to feel validated. They want, they had the little summer crushes or whatever the case may be. Cool. But we were just talking, and then everybody else wanted to include themselves, but they didn't have nothing to say because what they were saying didn't make sense to us. But they were asking me my opinion on Jesus Christ and consciousness and God and Satan, all this stuff. And I was just giving them my honest perspective. So, but yeah, when I elbowed her, that shit broke me. And the thing is too, I'm looking for help. I asked myself though, what help you finna get? Shorty's on the phone sitting right next to herself, but there's like 2 kids by her and they were off in their own universe. The other counselor, he throwing the football, just doing whatever with the other kids. So I look at her, I'm just like, yo, you okay? Like, are you good? Trying to talk to me, what's going on? Like, I know that shit hurt. And the thing is too, I seen a tear come out her eyes, but she was like holding it in, holding her nose. I told her to sit down. I was like, basically, I went into father mode. And the thing is too, I'm not a father, but leadership. And this is basically like my spiritual script. So I'm realizing every day I was born to lead my future from the past. And I can't run from it no more. I can't. It's inevitable at this point. And I seen her. I grabbed her. I was just like, you know what? You're standing. I just elbowed you in the nose on accident. And the thing is, too, they were yelling at Caduce because no offense to Caduce, but my nigga, if you weren't, for one, I still take accountability for that because I shouldn't have been moving my elbows. But I'm just like, my nigga, for one, in my head, I'm like, China, why are you even behind me? Like, why is everybody near me? Like, do you understand the frustrations that I gotta go through? Because I'm thinking to myself, bro, why are you behind me? Why are you near me? Like, I need my space and I can't get that no more. I just can't get it. So I had to basically embrace it. All this energy that wants to be around me is magnetizing the betterment for themselves that they are inspired by. I can't get upset with that. But I felt so bad. So I'm just like, I couldn't even ask China. I'm just like, China, why are you behind me? Why are you in my elbows distance? I'm supposed to have range. I got long ass arms. No exaggeration. My arms are long as fuck. Not only just that, my hands are big. I have a tall body. I have a long torso. I have long ligaments. So you cannot sit here and just get behind me because you choose to do so, because you may end up getting fucking hit on accident. I didn't even see her. I thought China was right next to me. Whole entire time, boom, I'm like, fuck. I'm just like, I said, Caduce, you cannot play when everybody's around me like that. And I didn't want to get mad with him because I know how he gets. Like when you yell, when he knows that he's in trouble, he just breaks down. So I was conscious of that. So I'm just like, you know what, Caduce, you know, I just apologize for even having you run around me in China. I'm so sorry. I was just like, I just need y'all to give me some space, please. Like, please, bro, please. Because there's just so much overstimulation. Like, I can't thrive when so much energy is just all around me talking. Just talking. I can't think about a video. I can't think about who's safe. I can't think about what's about to happen. I just can't think. When people are just constantly telling me about their life or bothering me or laughing, just whatever. It's cool, but it's just like, I need peace. I sit her down. I'm looking right in her eyes. As I see her holding her nose. I know that shit hurts so bad, but she's holding her nose. I get her up. I just get her a hug. Like literally, I said, China, come here. Just come here. I got you. You good. Don't worry. Like, you safe around me. And the thing is, like, when I was able to give her a hug, the way she felt protected. She felt comfortable. And I kid you not too long after that, she talked again and she said, man, that hurt. I'm good, but man, that hurt. She was fine. It was so therapeutic to her. Later on, before I left, she was like, Mr. Darius, I appreciate you for making me feel better today. And she smiled, gave me a high five. And I was just like, boy, you just don't know what you do to these kids, man. And it goes from even the babies, the 5-year-olds, the 4-year-olds, when they see me, they're getting taller, they're getting older. And it's just, I feel like a proud dad. I look at them, I'm just like, Juniper, Bella, Josiah, what's good? They be like, Mr. Darius. And they be hugging my leg. They be like, hey, Mr. And Josiah, he getting older. He's starting to do better. I don't get to see him as much, but I see him. When I see him, he's still so little, but his energy's changing. His attitude's changing. He's not being so chaotic, really. He has some chaos, but it's more love to him. When he sees me, we have our own handshakes. So every time he sees me, I always gotta do the handshake. Shake hands. When Bella sees me, when she sees me, she shows so much excitement. She'll yell my name to her. The counselors despise that shit. They would tell her, don't do that. I'd be like, damn. That's how bad it got now. It's so bad. The counselors don't like when they yell my name or when they run and give me a hug. It's so bad. A lot of the kids, even the newest kids, I don't even know some of these kids. It's so many kids, I don't even know majority of them, but they know me. And when they see me, they get out of line and just hug my legs and say, how are you doing, Mr. Darius? Or, hey, I heard about you. Nice to meet you. And then the counselors be like, what the hell going on? And then they'll get mad at me and be like, man, Darius, you need to go ahead and go somewhere else because I need them to focus on what I'm saying. Wow. Okay. And of course, they'll throw it in little jokes or subliminals, but to me, those underlining jokes it's like, that's basically how you feel. It's literally how you feel. And you are upset because they don't treat you like that. Look at how you treat them. Look at how you talk to them. No wonder. when they had lunch or whatever, Miss C's still there, whatever the case may be. She just be stressing everybody out. She just be coming up in there starting to yell, telling people where to go. But then we just like, Miss C, your details, your guidance is imbalanced. You're not making no sense with it. Then she'll start looking at me. I'm just like, don't fucking look at me. You had the schedule for all of us, and you looking for me on what I'm supposed to be doing or what I know I'm doing. It's like she'll see me. She's the type of person, she'll look at you, and then how, for example, you're finna go do something. Like, let's say you're finna wash dishes, and then somebody says, hey, don't forget to wash those dishes. I'm already doing it. That's who she is. So as I use the bathroom, before I even go into the teen center where the games are, using the bathroom, I see her. I say, hey, Miss C, how you doing, or whatever. She says, hey, how you doing? And then next thing I know, she says, yep, you going to the teen center? They're in there. I'll see you in there. Go ahead. You know where to go, right? Go, motherfucker! Obviously I do. Thank you for your guidance. With basketball, she said I was gonna have 4 kids, ended up having 5 or whatever. But when I mentioned to one of the boys, I said, hey, you wanna play basketball today? Next thing I know, I got all these boys talking about some, coach, I wanna play basketball. Why can't I go? I don't wanna be in here. And that's when I learned too, the differences between greatness and mediocrity. Excuse me. Because a lot of these kids now, they're asking the other boys, because to me, I feel like these boys that are playing basketball, they feel like celebrities now. No bullshit. And it's like, excuse me, when the other kids who can't play basketball, when they ask me, coach, what I gotta do to be on your team? I'm like, my nigga, there is no goddamn team. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm just coaching them. I'm just coaching them what I learned in basketball. Literally, the thing is too, I'm coaching or teaching them discipline. So it ain't much to it, honestly. But if you want to get better as a man, a young man, I would say play basketball. They say how I gotta do it. I just say, I don't know. Ask your parents to sign up. I don't know the details of this shit. I was just told to do this, and that's what I'm doing. And they be like, well, okay. But it's like they get sad when they can't go with us. I just be like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Ask your parents. Ask Miss C. She knows the details. I don't. And the thing is, too, I had them run the thing is, they run a lot with me. Oh, when you're with me, you're going to run. I had them run 30 suicides or 30 down and backs before. Yesterday, they ran on the treadmill for 20 or 15 minutes. And then the lady, so remember when Demaya was talking about, Mr. Darius got a crush on you, to Miss J. Miss J was in the wellness center because she had to oversee what I was doing for the kids. And so, I peeped how she was working out, but she was basically just observing what was going on. She wasn't like, she was doing workouts, but she wasn't doing like reps. But she was just watching us and just laughing and just like smiling and uplifting them. So I appreciate that from her as well. And I also told her too, when we had to leave, because she had to go pick up, well, I ain't gonna say her details, but she had to go do something. So when she was about to leave or whatever, I told all the boys, all right, come on, because we got more work to do. And the thing is too, Eric got in trouble for doing something inappropriate or whatever. So I said, hey, so if you're on my premise of guidance, if you're in my coaching system, you're all going to pay for your mistakes or your choices. But I don't want to say mistakes, but your choices. So if you get in trouble, we all get in trouble. That's my initiative. And they know now, but they love it for some reason. So all 5 of them got the treadmill, and I had them too go up to the highest speed. Not the highest speed, but you had to be running or at least taking a break. Boom. Let's get back to it. But we were also doing ab workouts. We were doing planks, doing the rope, jumping jacks, doing sit-ups. So I had them going crazy in the weight room. We didn't even lift weights yet. But after that, when the boys were getting their stuff, I just said, I'm proud of you. Like, looked her dead in her eyes, and she a grown woman too, by the way. Early 30s, I think. But I looked at her in her eyes and I said, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing. Keep on going. And she just looked, like she smiled, looked down, looked up. She had glasses on, whatever. She was like, well, thank you. I'm proud of you too. And I can just see that, you really are an inspiration to these boys. And you may not even know it right now. I was just like, interesting. And after that, went downstairs. I mean, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. You're funny. But we go downstairs to the gym, and then after that, suicides. I had them boys doing, I think, 20 suicides. But no, actually no. Had them, at first it was 20 suicides, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna have y'all do 8. I just want to see how mentally strong you are. But before we even started the workout in the weight room, I asked Aiden, and I asked Tyler and Malachi. I asked Aiden, I said, how great do you want to be in basketball? He said 10 out of 10. I said, that's not good enough for me. I asked Malachi, and I said, how great do you want to be in basketball? He said 100 out of 10. And then Christian laughed at him and said, I ain't gonna lie, I said off the scale. And then Tyler was just like, oh, I just said, I want to be greater than great. And then Eric told me too. I said, okay, because that to me is consent. If you tell me you want to be great, no excuses then. I got free reins to make you do whatever I think will get you to greatness. And that to me means running your ass off. So we got into that gym. Let's get to it. Let's run. So them boys running. And of course, Eric, he's 10 years old. So Eric over there playing. The oldest person in our group is 13 years old out of the 5 boys. But the 6th one wasn't there. I don't know where he is. But out of the 5 boys. So Eric, he's 10 years old. He plays a lot or whatever. And he has great energy. He's always joyful, empathetic. But he has a big ego for sure. I ain't gonna get into his details. But yeah. And he plays a lot. But he's, once again, a younger brother for the older kids. And they don't like when he plays, he talks a lot, whatever. Because when he does, I punish him and everybody else. So they be getting mad at him, whatever. So, excuse me. Had them doing left-hand layups, jump shots. No, we couldn't do jump shots because we couldn't even complete the layups. When they don't complete the layups, I make them run for it. And the thing is, too, we didn't have enough time to do dribbling drills. So all I had to do basically was just punish them. Like that day yesterday was just punishment because they were just on some bull. Well, Eric was on bullshit yesterday. He was being a rookie. I call him a rookie. And the thing is, too, every saying I say, they parakeet off of it. So when I call them rookies, it's like they understand that concept. When you do dumb shit, they'll say, Mr. Darius, hey, he being a rookie over there. I'll just be like, dude, what does he do? What did he do that was a rookie? And they tell me, I just be like, yeah, you're a rookie, bro. And they just start laughing. I just be like, dude, come on, bro. Like, stop. Bro, it just be crazy, man. It just be crazy. Because, like, stop copying what I say. Stop taking my sayings. Just stop. Be yourself. And it's hard for them to do that. But I just see yeah, man. And the thing is, too, whenever we get done, I always make sure that I say, hey, I'm proud of you. Great job today. Great work, man. Let's get better tomorrow. And I just dap them up, I shake their hand or whatever. And it's like when they go upstairs back to the room, they're all sweaty. They all tired and all. Like, I ain't gonna lie, they be dead tired. If the counselor says put your head down, and they put their head down, they instantly going to sleep. I kid you not. One of the boys did that yesterday. Immediately. I said, hey, wake your ass up, nigga. Summer camp not over yet, so your parents pick you up. He was like, my fault, coach. I said, you want to run? No. I'm up. Yeah, you up now. Like, I got them, bro. Like, I'm going to make them boys great, man. Make them prodigies for sure. And, of course, with the new counselors, we got a lot of women counselors, I ain't going to lie. But I like messing with them. I like picking on them because they're little, they're short. So it's like when I see them, I introduce myself, I be like, hey, what's your name? And the thing is, too, what I do is, too, I play with the mind. So there was a girl at the front desk. Her name it starts with a T. But she got orange braids or whatever the case may be. And I seen her, but I didn't acknowledge her. I didn't say nothing to her for like 3 days. And then I seen her yesterday. I was just walking because it was some other guy who works in the wellness center. Like, as I come down these stairs, it's like everybody who's at the front desk or in the lobby, they can look up and see you. So I'm seeing her looking, and she was messing with something or whatever, and she was facing where the stairs were, which is weird. But the guy in the wellness, I shook his hand, said, hey, how you doing, whatever. He's like, man, I'm good, man. Nice to see you, whatever. It was like, yeah, I got you. I walk. I'm just like, you know what? I'm finna just say hey to her. I say, hey, how you doing? Next thing I know, she just was like, oh, hey, how are you? I was like, it's nice to meet you. What's your name? Looking her dead in her solar awareness, looking right in her fucking eyes. And she looking like, oh, my name is, like, I'm just like, I can't hear you guys speak up. Oh, sorry, my name is so-and-so, start with a T. I was like, nice to meet you. My name is Darius. And she was just like, it's finally nice to meet you. Finally. What the fuck you mean finally? Like, you've been expecting to meet me this whole entire time. Like, I'm confused. And the thing is too, I'm saying I'm confused because to the woman who watching this, you understand what's going on. I choose to play in delusions when it comes to the woman mindset because your mind is complex, but I don't know what the hell was happening. I'm just like, what do you mean by that? But I didn't say much, but I just know that she was smiling and she said, it's finally nice to meet you. I'm just like, huh? So but I played stupid on purpose. I just say, you know what? I'll see you tomorrow if you choose to come tomorrow. And she was like, okay, see you tomorrow, whatever. And she seems pretty quiet, but then I dapped up the other person at the front desk, said bye to another Miss C, and then I just went to the car, went home, took a nap, and all that. Now we here. But the one thing too, another counselor I seen, she was new as well, and I'm like, oh, for one, I'll be forgetting their names because I ain't gonna cap you. I don't give a fuck. But because for one, to me, you're a coworker. But anyways, I seen her, and she light skinned. The other girl was brown skin, but I don't care about the skin tone, right? But just trying to paint that picture for you without getting too descriptive. But, well, yeah. So I seen her, she's short too. But I was like, oh, hey, what's your name? Nice to meet you. And she was like, oh, and the thing is too, she gave me that look. Like, I walked up to her, she was by the snacks, and the thing is too, I had the 5 boys, and I took them upstairs or whatever. And so as I look, I'm like, oh, who is this? And I didn't say out loud, but I just looked. So they got a snack or whatever. I looked at her. When I walked up right up to, because the thing is, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to walk up to you and just say, what's your name? I don't care how you feel. So I walked up to her, and the thing is, I look at her, dead in her solar awareness, and I say, hey, what's your name? She was like, oh, yeah, my name is so-and-so. And had my hand out, she was like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. And, like, shook her hand or whatever. And then I told her my name, and she just gave me that look. She was like, I told her, like, my name is Mr. Darius or whatever the case may be. She was like, wow, it's nice to meet you. She was smiling, whatever the case may be. And the next thing I know, I just say, it's great that you're here or whatever. And she was like, oh, really? Like, I'm glad to be here. Thank you. And so after that, just notice how a lot of times I notice too, I can be sitting in a space, either a kid is sitting somewhere close to me without me acknowledging them, or a counselor will sit close to me, but they won't make it obvious. But it's just that I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's just like a magnetic presence of comfortability or just wanting to see how I'm relating to the kids or what I'm speaking on or just my mindset. And it got to the point where we had to do this activity like an icebreaker yesterday or 2 days ago. And it was me and 3 other counselors. So the first one, her name is Miss A, and they were just like, we had a hot potato, and we were going around the room saying everybody's name and all that and their age. So Miss A went, and she was saying, my name is Miss A, and then of course they were saying what her age was. The other girl, name is Miss B, and she was saying her name, her age, whatever, and the kids were just like, just waiting. And so she threw me the hot potato. I'm just like, for one, I don't like when it's so many eyes. That right there, I don't like that. And they know I don't like that. So when I got it, I said, all right, my name is Mr. Darius and my age is infinite. Immediately I heard, whoa, what does that mean? And then next thing I know, people just like, infinite? How old is he? What does that even mean? And then one of the boys said, Mr. Darius, I know your age. I'm just like, no, you do not. And then next thing I know, I said, all right, too much attention. Hot potato over here to the other counselor because now y'all getting too infatuated with my age and then asking me how young are you, how old are you? Like people will sit there and tell me, I know your age today. No, you do not. No, you don't. Well, you look like you're a teenager or you look like you're this or that. I just be like, dude, stop. So yeah, but get a hot potato to him and then he said it. That's the same one who said, can you say the slogan for the whole class or whatever? I'm just like, you pussy? You scared? So, but overall, just with that experience alone, and the thing is too, way more happened, but I'm just giving you just what happened from, yesterday and then like 2, 3 days ago. But I just learned even overall, just with the things that I got to work on as far as outside of the camp as well, just even with YouTube, my videos, it's just a constant consistency that I don't mind doing. Like, of course, I'll be tired every single day. That's never going to stop. But being able to lead myself into realizing the energy that's being harvested from me, from these children, these counselors, from coaching, from social media, from life itself, and even just the shift as well with this full moon coming out, and then just with the energy that's going on in this simulation. And so many things that my mind is going through, that my body is going through, that my spirit has to overrun the leadership I had to put into myself now, because me going back to school as well with my little brother, it's like I'm focusing on that because I want to go back into having my own lifestyle. I want to be able to just find my career path, which will be in psychology. And once that happens, it's like I already know social media will already be booming by the time I get to that stage. So it's either psychology or social media. Either way it goes, I'm gonna combine both of them, because social media is not the end all be all. Like, you can't lean on one perception when you can have multiple perceptions to lean on if one fails. So just being able to lead myself, getting my transcripts in from my other colleges, and making sure that I'm up to date on emails, making sure my clothing brand's going good, my book, making sure my videos are intact as well. I already just got done posting 3 videos. So this will be my 4th video for today. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. So it's like I'm already done my day already for my other day gets started. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone every single day. So I'm already ahead of time. And people are just now getting up, and I'm already done with my day going back to bed. So it's like I don't see why I'm leading this weird generation of mindsets, because I ain't gonna lie, the kids now, this is different. Their mind is just, it's fried. It's fried by social media. They're just basically, I just feel like all of them are on pharmaceuticals. It's mind-boggling to me. They're all on a certain spectrum. Not trying to degrade them at all whatsoever. It was so bad. Yana, the one who was asking me about CapCut and my YouTube channel and all that, she basically, and it was funny too, but she made a comment. She was like, what's wrong with these kids in this generation? I was like, damn. As a middle schooler saying that, she also conscious too. Like, she's there. She's not there, but she's aware. But when she said that, I busted out laughing. So I'm just like, you're not wrong. Like, just look at them. Like, these kids can't stop talking for 10 seconds. They can't sit down for 5 seconds. These kids just can't stop bothering people. They can't even get changed in 2 minutes. It takes them 10 minutes to get changed. I mean, they can't stop touching each other. They can't stop doing inappropriate things. They can't stop harassing people. They can't stop arguing. They can't stop fighting. They can't stop living in their nature. And I basically just seen and learned that I am the one that has to guide the lost awarenesses that don't know how to lead themselves. And of course, their parents or their guides or their guardians can't lead themselves through their children. So they put me into a position to lead the youth that's looking for inspiration. Then I ask myself, why do I gotta be that inspiration? But then everything I'm doing makes sense, right? The things people say to me in my DMs, on social media, in real life, it all makes sense, right? So how can I shy away from a position that I was born to live in and die in? Have a great Divine Reflection.